Well, before the break, we learned about the 500,000 honeybees who are set up shop at the historic Greenwood Cemetery in Brooklyn. Well, now we've got the beekeeper joining us.
He's here. Davin Larson is in studio. Davin, thanks for coming by this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So listen, let's before we get to the actual beekeeping, what made you decide to do it in the cemetery?
Well, there's not a lot of green space in New York City, and I just went to an event at Greenwood, and I thought this is kind of the perfect place to keep bees in the city. They've got so many beautiful trees and flowers.
And the person who's in charge of the cemetery you're talking in the break is actually a beekeeper themselves?
No, one of the board members.
The board members
is a beekeeper. So
it kind of seems like the perfect space, right?
Yeah.
It's quiet. There's not a lot of people there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's mutually beneficial because the cemetery needs the pollinators for all their plants. And so we get honey out of it.
We're talking about in the break, too, if the bees die, we die. And there's a real connection between that. Talk about that.
Is that true?
Well, we need pollinators to keep all the plants in the city healthy and happy. And bees are the most efficient pollinators we have. So if they're in trouble, we're in trouble.
Oh, great.
Well, this is also a family business, right?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up keeping bees with my dad. I learned the whole thing from him. And then shortly after I moved to New York, they legalized beekeeping, so I thought I'd get into it here. And
this is really sort of like a craft thing that's happening in all of Brooklyn. We're talking about another spicy bee brand that's out there that has honey, spicy honey, that a lot of people cook with that has gotten a lot of hype. But we want to talk about the one that you do right now. Let's talk about that. And how does it taste different?
Well, it's going to kind of taste like a mix of all the different plants and flowers in Brooklyn. So that's going to be like a lot of linden trees, a lot of mint, stuff like that just kind of grows naturally throughout the city. You
know, a lot of folks, we say, oh, you get honey from the bees. How do you actually get the honey from the bees?
Well, so they keep it in these little wooden frames for us in honeycomb, and we just kind of cut that open.
Isn't that amazing?
And we put it in a centrifuge and spin it, and all the honey comes flying out.
God,
and then we just filter it and put it into a jar, and that's it.
And bees, you actually use this gas to actually smoke them out, right?
Yes, we burn a little burlap in there, and we blow smoke on them to calm them down if they're getting a little annoyed with us.
Yeah.
All right, now here's the 12-year-old kid in me. When you're working with bees, is there a lot of stinging going on?
You know, if I screw up, then they sting me a lot, but generally I only get stung about once a month. It's not bad.
That's not bad. No. That's not bad, considering that we got stung twice in my family this summer. So once a month for a beekeeper, pretty good.
Yes.
Well, Davin, thank you so much. You know, really, the ecology and the health of our society really depends on those bees, and he's really instructing it. But listen, let's support him. You can purchase the Sweet Hereafter honey by going to the Greenwood Cemetery. Check out our Pix 11 app and click on the Morning News tab. And you can also get on their mailing list and sign up for their local media alerts as well.
Davin, thank you.